Can SoFi stock hit $100 by 2028? Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. I saw a tweet and I was like, I'm going to ask Grok AI, right? Elon Musk's AI. I'm going to ask it, what does this think about that statement? And it's do that, and you're going to be surprised what actually Grok answered. I was surprised by how it answered. You'll see what I mean. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video. I know you guys can do it, and let's get into it. Please read the disclaimer. So right now, SoFi stock is sitting at $17.08. After a few days of SoFi stock pulling back, we're now seeing SoFi stock up 2.37%. So SoFi stock is doing okay today, right? We are seeing some, interestingly, the stocks that we said like were falling with SoFi stock. Reddit actually popped 8.7, so it actually recovered all the losses. And Palantir is not doing great. So I don't know. That one day we saw that they were dropping the same amount. Reddit has actually done a lot better and recovered fast. SoFi, we talked about how potentially it could be being suppressed because of that Friday deadline for the S&P 500. We'll see. We thought maybe it had something to do with crypto a little bit, maybe, but today crypto was down and SoFi is up. So maybe there's no parallel there. People were in the comment section saying that there must be a parallel, but we're not really seeing it so far. So now the question is, we're day to day here on the price action, but this tweet was very interesting because I saw it and I was like, wait a second. Okay, SoFi is at 17 right now. Now we have seen recently stocks like Micron and others that are more AI related or AI infrastructure related that have done these, 10x movements. Micron went from 100 all the way to 1,000. So it did 10x, right? That would be similar to SoFi would need to do about 5x, right? So 20 to 100, that will be about a 5x. Now, theoretically, could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Well, that's what I wanted to ask Grok. The initial tweet was here by Noah. He says SoFi is $100 stock by 2028. Most investors aren't ready for the conversation, agree or disagree. And he used this graph here. This is revenue plus price. And he said, oh, if the revenue continues to grow, maybe it should be 100. But if you actually look at the graph, it seems that that we'd be more around 35 if you say, here's the revenue and here's the price. So here the price was maybe outside of where it should have been and also at the beginning of the IPO. So theoretically, if we're just like mimicking it, we should be around maybe 35 by 2028. Now, would you be happy with this or would you be angry about this 100% movement from where we are right now? Some people would say yay, right? And some people would say nay. Because if you're looking at the stock market right now and you're looking at all these stocks that have gone up significantly, you wouldn't really like that. But theoretically, people tell you that if you invest in something and you do it 100% over 7 years, that's considered a good return. I know that things are a lot shiny and a lot more enticing and a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Inviting, right? So when you see all these stocks, the graphs look so beautiful, they're going up parabolic. Remember that many times those parabolic stocks have a very fast sell-off after. So it's a plus and a minus, but I asked Grok, what do you think, right? So it was very interesting. Now, before we get to Grok, listen, it's an AI answer. It's accumulating data and trying to make a decision. Not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. So here's what Grok had to say. I said, I saw this tweet as a stock expert. Do you think it makes sense for SoFi stock to hit $100 by 2028? And he was very angry at me. It said, no, $100 by 2028 for SoFi does not make sense as a base case or even a high probability scenario. It's extremely bullish, optimistic call that would require near perfect execution, sustained hypergrowth, and massive multiple expansions. It's the kind of moonshot thesis you see from dedicated bulls like this poster, who openly long SoFi. But It stretches beyond what the company's own guidance, analyst consensus, and realistic valuation multiples suggest support right now. Here's the breakdown. Based on current data of early June 2026, current snapshot, price 17. It's been volatile lately, trading in the 16 to 18 range recently after a dip. Market cap about 22 billion, shares outstanding 1.28 billion. Diluted weight average was higher in quarter one, 1.38, but market cap uses the 1.28 figure. Recent performance, strong quarter one 2026, and 100 shares, $100 shares by end of 2028 would mean a 5.9x stock gain from here. Market cap would be roughly 128 billion, assuming modest share count growth from options and RSUs. The bull thesis in the tweet and why it's aggressive. The tweet includes a chart overlaying historical quarterly revenue, blue bars, with the stock price, black line, projecting continued strong revenue growth through 2028, with CAGRs shown around 32 to 42% historically. It implies the stock hasn't fully priced in revenue ramp yet and could catch up. But SoFi's own guidance backs some of the momentum. 2026 adjusted revenue was 30% growth. Medium term through 2028, 30% annual revenue CAGR will give it about 7.89 billion revenue by 2028. EPS 0.6 in 2026 with that 38 to 42% CJER through the 2028, implying about 1.15 to 1.20 EPS by 2028. Other tailwinds, 30% member growth, fee-based revenue scaling, lending, financial service, tech platform, deposits funding cheaper than warehouses, new products, crypto, AI, businesses banking, and CEO buying shares. Bulls include some in the replies, point to past moves, 6 to 30, which is in about 6 months, and argue think-tank re-rating plus execution could drive it. The math shows why $100 is a stretch. Now, this is important. If we look at 2028 revenue at 7.9 billion, that's 16x sales multiple at 128 market cap. That's rich for fintech scaling to this size. Even high growth ones like PayPal or others trade lower when mature. And a 2028 EPS 1.18 and 85x PE, very premium growth stocks can command 30 to 50x during peak hype, but 85 assumes flawless execution and no slowdown. And a EBITDA context, 2026 guidance is 1.6 billion, 34% margin. Even if it grows at 30% CAGR, the multiple compressions need from to-date levels to justify $100 is extreme. One analyst notes it's currently trading at just 7.6x 2028 EBITDA targets, which is attractive, but that still points to far lower share price than 100, even with re-rating. Analyst consensus is much more modest. 1 year price target is around 21, and high end is 31. Longer forecasts cluster around 30 to 60 by end decade in bullish models, not 100 by 2028. And Wall Street model revenue growth showing a 16% PA long term, not 30% forever, with an EPS growth of 20 to 24%. Risks that make 100 unlikely. Growth has to beat guidance consistently. They just reaffirmed 2026 numbers after a strong quarter one, no raise. And credit metrics, loan charge-offs are ticking up slightly. Macro slowdown or recessions could hurt lending. Competition in fintech banking, interest rates, environment, and execution on new verticals, crypto, AI aren't guaranteed. The valuation, SoFi is already up significantly from lows, and the market has been rotating out of some growth stock names lately. Share dilution or macro shocks could mute gains. Bottom line, as a stock expert, as Grok is, not me, I'm a stock connoisseur, right? SoFi has real momentum, profitable, scaling fast, diversified revenue, and clear path to 7 to 8 billion revenue by 2028 with solid margins. A move to 30 or 50 by 2028 is plausible in the strong bull case. Multiple expansions on execution plus 30% growth. $100 would require everything to go right and that market to price in a hyper growth superstar. Think early stage Amazon or Tesla multiples on much larger base. That possible in massive bull market with perfect execution, but it's not the probable outcome, more like 10 to 20% probability tail scenario. The tweet charts looks compelling visually, revenue bars marching higher while price lags, but charts don't guarantee future multiples. If you long SoFi, great. Fundamental support upside from here, but $100 by 2028, that's hype territory, not base case math. Do your own research and size positions accordingly, not financial advice. So Grok is actually being pretty level head here. Of course, there is always the possibility that there's a short squeeze or some, GME type of action, but the probability of that happening by 2028, which is only a year and a half from now, is pretty low. So again, you have to take that into consideration when you're investing in SoFi. Some people, 34 is amazing for them, and some people want higher levels. In the short term, it's low probability that that will happen. Again, this is just my opinion and Grok's opinion as well. Don't forget to smash the like button and check out the links in the description down below. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.